What is happening, people of the world? Welcome back to another episode of the Whiskey and Wait Show with me, your host, Tommy Mac.
And me, your better host, Tyrone McKenna.
And folks, if you don't know, now you know, we have brought out our very own whiskey.
Look at this. World beater
whiskey. Special edition.
Yep.
It is, you know, PX Sherry. Finished in a PX Sherry and dark rum cask.
Can I see the bottle?
Go ahead.
46%.
46% fun.
It's heavy. This man's
Exactly.
fighting next week or tomorrow, and he's on the whiskey.
Well, I got it. This is the training right here.
Exactly.
World beater.
World
World
beater, bro. How am I gonna beat him without world beater, bro?
And also, just a quick reminder, big live show next week, the 29th of December.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure you get your tickets.
It's
There's a few available.
near sold out, so be quick.
Yes.
Perfect Christmas present for you all.
Right.
And then also we are sponsored in partnership with the Garrick Bar in town. Best bar in town.
100%.
Get yourself a Irish coffee. It's an enjoyable place.
Let's make a toast.
And hold on. Let's make a toast after we introduce you, Trek. So we have a very special guest in the house today. This man is world renowned. He is a jeweler to the stars, movie star, now a boxer. He's in town to kick some ass.
right.
So folks, it's Trax.
Tracks.
To punching Nico in the face.
Listen, we had Nico on before, but now we got the other side of the story.
Wow.
But first of all, strong.
Some kick that.
It's gonna be. It's like it's kicking like me to Nico in the face. Huh?
But where did the name Trax come from?
It was a graffiti name actually. When I was a kid, we were all picking graffiti names, and a friend of mine had a brother, and he had a graffiti name Sight. And I decided to come up with one, and it rhymed with Max, which was my American name. So I came up with Trax.
Okay, simple. Makes sense. Makes
I was
sense.
13 years old, you know.
You're from Azerbaijan, aren't you?
Azerbaijan, yeah.
Yeah, you were Arab.
I've been in Azerbaijan a number of times.
As an athlete?
Boxing.
Yeah, boxing, yeah.
Baku.
Yeah,
And,
they're into the fighting over there.
Yeah, very, very good boxers.
Very, very good boxing over.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
if you got any other,
I got a little bit of it. I got enough for Nico.
well,
What age were you when you left Azerbaijan and went to...
I was 7. Like I turned 7 a week after I came to America.
And what was that like, leaving?
It was you know, it wasn't easy, but it was character building. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't the easy childhood. I mean, you come into America, your first day at school, kids got lights in their sneakers, lunch boxes, and juices, and you don't even know what any of that is. You don't know anything about all that plastic trash and all that other bullshit. You know what I'm saying? All those flavors of ice cream and yogurt, you know, all this crazy shit that they're doing, you know, and in advanced capitalist society, so to speak. So you're just trying to adjust to that. You're a have-not. You're left out, and it gives you a desire to go and make your own money and make a place in this world. And so long as you could do that, it's all for the better.
Yeah. Is there a big... Sorry. Is there Azerbaijani community in New York?
No.
No? So it was just you?
Yeah, so I mean, you know, it was only Jewish refugees that were coming on this program, and my mother's Jewish, my father's Muslim, but that made us Jewish enough to, you know, come under like a Jewish refugee because of the war with Armenia or whatever that started at that time, and then the collapse of the Soviet Union. So we just got out of there for that reason.
Yeah.
And there wasn't a lot of people from Azerbaijan. There was a lot of Jewish Russian immigrants in the area.
Did they like accept you, or did they kind of be like, no?
I was on my own in my own league since the beginning. You know what I'm saying? They accepted me. They accepted me. Everything was good. I don't have any grievances against anybody except a few teachers. But
but when did the love of jewelry and all that come into play? When did you start falling in love with it?
Well, you know, as soon as I graduated high school, I wanted to make some money. So, I had to, it was time. It was time to, you know, it was enough of having $15 to my name for, you know, a sandwich that my mom would give me or something like that. It was time to really make money and get my fair share of what the fuck was going on in America. And I got up with these 2 Puerto Rican guys during the summer of 2004, as soon as I graduated high school, and we went around And they introduced me to this jewelry store, but they ended up fucking me over for some money or some bullshit, some bum shit. And I started to photograph jewelry in this jewelry store that I met and putting it up on eBay and selling it. And I was just trying to see if I could even make any money. But one thing led to another, led to another, led to another. And I learned how to manufacture and wholesale and all that other shit.
It's like you're normally born into like a jewelry family.
Yeah.
And you just done it all yourself.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, some people are born into it, but usually people start. They learn. It sometimes takes 200 years to learn the business. You start out being an apprentice working for free in a jewelry store. You're working for free, or as a bench worker, you're working for free to learn. If you're working as a bench worker, you learn the bench after years and years and years, and then maybe your son begins to manufacture, and then your grandson begins to wholesale. Right. You work in a store, then maybe your son and you open up a store, and then maybe you have a brand where your grandson has a real store. So it takes a long time to figure out what the fuck is going on.
You skipped the key.
And I skipped all that shit because I want to move fast, and that's I guess that's to my credit.
You're the American dream, man, Trax, literally.
Yeah.
Like you came.
I believed it.
Came, saw, and conquered.
What it comes to, and to anybody watching who wants to understand, it's really what you believe in. You know what I'm saying? You could come to America and think it's a bunch of scams, and there will be a bunch of scams. You come to America and you think it's about commerce and building your dream, and it'll be about commerce and building your dream. So that's really what it turned out for me, because I believed in it, I was looking for it, and I found it. And you just got to be careful with your belief system. You know what I'm saying?
Was that the only thing that you put the efforts in, that you knew this was going to take off? I want to be a jeweler out for the stars.
I had no fucking idea what was going to happen. I didn't know if I was ever going to make it. In fact, I doubted if I did. I doubted if I'd ever make money.
Did you doubt it?
I mean, to break free of the prison system of the servitude of go to school and get a degree and go work and go this and go that, to break free of that and to be really free and have capital flowing from a marketplace that you in a business you establish is a dream. And the absolute reality was that it was an absolute reality, and if I believed in it even more, I would have had more of it. I left a lot on the table because I had hesitations and doubts. And that was stupid.
Was there stuff you regret when you started the business that you should have done that you didn't do?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I should have been a little bitch is what I shouldn't have been. You know what I'm saying? The thing is, I let a lot of people take advantage of me. I believed in a lot of scumbags that were really never my friends. And
that's boxing.
Yeah,
that's boxing for you.
As well, you're stepping in front of a new world, so you're coming in an open heart and an open mind, and then people take advantage of it. Yeah,
that was a mistake. With the big heart, thinking everybody. There's a dark reality out there. Again, for the viewer to understand, if you're a young person watching or whatever it is, you can't have rose-colored glasses on about the world. The world is the best way to describe it is absolutely free. People are free to commit crimes and get away with them. And there's a lot of people hurting people, and everybody's marbled with good and evil. And you have to deal with that reality. And I don't really know how else to describe how to deal with that, but that's just the way it is. You have to be on guard. And, you got to take care of business the right way. And if I did that, I would have had an extra $100 million right now.
But don't fret. There's still time to make it.
Yeah. Well, sure. I mean, listen, I'm not... I'm blessed, and I'm thankful for the life I got to live. But when I think of what the fuck I went through and what the fuck I could have been going through and where the fuck I could have been for the past years, the only thing I have is the character that built from the beatings that I took.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I've got.
You need those.
Yeah.
You
need
that's
those for more than 100 million.
Yeah.
Don't talk about that. But when did you know that the jewelry business was going to take off? Like, when was your first celebrity client? You went, fuck me, such and such is coming in.
Right. I wouldn't. That came on later in the game, but there was a lot of clients that in the beginning. There's a lot of clients that were rich and were spending money. So when you're 20 years old and someone spends $100,000 and you make $20,000 cash, in a day.
Loving it.
You know what I'm saying? And you're like, wow, this client came in, or somebody wires in, something like that, or there was some CEOs of major companies, you know, like buying things for their girlfriends and stuff like that. That's you know, it's very exciting. You know what I'm saying? It's very exciting.
About starting to might get involved.
It's a fucking fight for your life. I'll tell you that.
Who was the first celebrity you had?
Who was the first?
You had some big names.
Yeah. I mean, I'm trying to think back. I mean, you know, really when we were doing business with Cardi B, that was a big deal.
Yeah.
Before that, there was other people, but I just, you know, we did business with Diddy. You know, when I was a kid, but I couldn't really hold on to him as a client. I didn't have enough experience. So that was really the first one, actually.
Okay.
And so that was in like 2012 or some shit.
Did Diddy, you working with him, did he put your name out there for others?
He would have.
Or
he would have.
Did it just happen by chance?
Yeah, he would have if I really would have did business correct. He bought something for his son for a Sweet 16. Back then it was like MTV Sweet 16.
I remember.
You know what I'm saying? And his son Justin or something like that had a Sweet 16, and he bought a watch. He bought a couple of things, but he bought a watch for him, which really wasn't the quality that it should have been. And after that, I lost him as a client. You know what I'm saying?
Sick. Did you ever get him back? No.
No, I didn't. I mean, these guys, if you turn them off one time,
that's it. Man.
That's it. He's Diddy. You know what I'm saying? Maybe now I could get him back. Now that he's fucking.
The way you get a lot of
come back, Diddy.
The way you get a lot of celebrities in now, do you get used to that, or is it still daunting?
Fuck the celebrities, bro. You know what I'm saying? To be honest, man, that shit is a bunch of corny shit. Straight up. You know, pampering them and dealing with these fucking people which would be otherwise bums for the most part. You know what I'm saying? Egos. They I don't want to name names and shit. Calling you up, telling you to show up here, deliver this in the morning. This is prissy, this is that. My favorite clients are business people because they know business.
Don't fucking around.
Yeah, and they appreciate me. To them, I'm the celebrity.
Yeah.
And I treat them, you know, properly and so on and so forth.
To be fair, you probably are a bigger celebrity than most of your clients that are celebrities.
Yeah, sometimes in a way I suppose so, but I don't want to be a fucking celebrity. You know what I'm saying?
Shit, listen, what are you talking about? You were a star in Uncut Gems.
I was in it. Yeah, I was in it.
I was watching. I was like, because I followed you for years. And I was like, that's fucking Trax. But I didn't. I'm bad with facial recognitions. I was like, but then my missus, that's Trax. That's Trax. And then I searched up. It was fucking Trax.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
You done a great part.
Yeah. And I got very, very lucky. I got to work with Adam Sandler.
That's crazy.
Face to face.
How was it?
It was fucking amazing, really. I mean, it was surreal. You know what I'm saying? You're going, you know, you're a jeweler your whole life, and now all of a sudden you're a jeweler and Adam Sandler is your boss in a movie. So you're walking in there, and there was one thing when he's opening up the fish or whatever, and he gets the gem, and I'm ranting and I'm raving, and he looks up at me and he says, "I think I'm gonna come," you know. And then he did that over and over as a rehearsal. So basically, you know, they made me stand there. You know, you can't really see it in the camera. They made me stand there, and like over and over, Adam Sandler looks up at me and he's like, "I think I'm gonna come," in mad different ways, and like twisting his eyes and shit. And I'm like,
how legit is that story to an actual jeweler in New York?
Yeah, it's crazy. You know what I'm saying? It's crazier now in hindsight than it ever was, but it was just a blessing. You know what I'm saying?
I know, but is the actual film like
a
good rapid?
Is that?
Yeah. I mean, they did a good job of making it look the same way, and they kind of encompassed the ridiculous hustle and bustle of it. But ultimately, that's not a successful jeweler.
No.
You know what I'm saying? When you're dealing with all sorts of bullshit. But again, a client comes in, it's your job to be able to extract capital of them. And if you're skilled, you could do that whether you have what they want or you don't. You know, it's about this and that, and you can have them walk out and be happy and put a spell on them, essentially. So that kind of, you know, was in the movie with Kevin Garnett, and I got to meet him and do a bunch of stuff with that. You know what I'm saying? For hours a day, Kevin Garnett, Julia Fox, Adam Sandler, and everything else. You know, just hanging out on a set. So
do you like the movie game? Would you like to do more of that, or?
I would love to do more of that, but I never really went for that. I got to focus on, you know, my business. I got to finish it up. I'd love to do acting and shit. Like maybe I get a chance to do some of that, but with all this Instagram shit and everything else.
Isn't that hard work all in? Like, I follow you and you're constant on Instagram. Is there someone running Instagram for you, or do you be doing it?
Yeah, it's me and Mickey over here. You know what I'm saying?
Mickey behind the scenes.
Yeah, and the other assistants and stuff like that.
Okay, because I thought it was you doing all these cutting and editing.
I do a lot of the cutting. Yeah, I do a lot of the cutting. Yeah.
Okay, that's a lot of work.
Yeah.
See, Instagramming and social media. It's fucking hard work.
Yeah, it is hard work, the editing, but I have an app that Kush Poppy, a friend of mine, put me onto.
Yeah.
A video shop, and I just pop it open, and it has all the tools right on the phone. So I shoot on the phone. You know, somebody will load it up. I'll sit there. I'll edit it out fast.
Yeah.
Because the tools are easy. Because, you know, really the big deal, if you're editing and doing a bunch of bullshit, you got to put it on the computer. You got to cut it. You got to export it, import it. It's loading. It's downloading. So it's a headache that way.
Do you ever be worried? Because obviously, a lot of your Instagram stuff, you be out in the street doing the gold plates and the silver plates to everyone. Do you ever be worried that people, obviously, they see your face, you're a recognizable person, they go and try and rob you? You're in New York City.
Yeah, I mean, it could happen, but, you know, they're going to rob me for something I'm giving away for free on camera. You know what I'm saying? See, they're gonna...
I seen it in Dublin giving out the silver.
Yeah. That was a lot of fun.
Are they real or?
Kilos of silver, of course. You know what I'm saying?
What are kilos of silver worth?
They're like $800 a pop. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, a couple of grand here and there.
Yeah.
Here's a kilo. Give it to me. Well, listen, since you guys have me on and you asked, this is my gift to you guys. Right here.
You're a legend.
Very much.
Fuck me, it's heavy.
That's
a lot heavier than I thought.
Oh,
legend, good man. Appreciate that.
So this will be up on eBay later on. We're starting our own tracks business.
It's just fun to have the kilo and to have the bouillon, you know, as a medal, and to see and experience what it is. It's better than having $800 cash, I would say. You know.
Well, the main reason you're over this week is the scrap with
Nico Leonard.
We want to get into the scrap.
Then, let's go. The backstory when Nico was here, he told us that everything, you guys had like a good kind of relationship in the beginning.
Yeah.
And then he went over, there was something to do with a pendant.
Yeah, he said...
Yeah, he's full of shit with that sort of stuff.
He says something about the watch as well.
Yeah,
you put up a watch
and said
it was blinged out. Yeah, he said, that blinging out a watch.
That's the first...
We were marketing our businesses, right? You know what I'm saying? He mentioned, I saw his style. I saw, like, how did I meet Nico? I saw him on the internet. Here's his pendant. Pass it over here. It's okay. Yeah.
That's it. That's what it was.
That's the pendant. Let's spit on it.
This will be up on eBay as earlier.
And he wasn't happy with?
He was. Listen, let me tell.
To be honest,
I know.
Yeah, let me tell the story.
Yeah, go ahead.
About this punk. You know what I'm saying? So we're out there. I see how his act, right?
Yeah.
He's able to grow his following because he's able to critique celebrities.
Yeah.
There's actually a law out there that you could take pictures of celebrities, and so long as you're critiquing what they're wearing, you could use their image, you understand?
Yeah.
Where otherwise you could never do it. So it's almost like a legal loophole. And I see him doing it. He's taking Cardi B, he's taking this, he's taking that. And one day I see him saying Cardi B, he's calling her a prostitute, he's saying this, he's saying that about her, whatever it is. I'm like, you know what? Since he's going in, I did some business with her, let me defend her a little bit. Let me cut it up, not make him look like a complete asshole, but let me defend the diamond watch industry.
Yeah.
I do it successfully. And then then he's trying to get back at me. He's finding a way, and I'm outmaneuvering him every time.
Yeah.
All right. So he was using Cardi B's image, and then I decided to use his image and piggyback off of that and make a viral video.
Fighting fire with fire.
Yeah. So he was trying to get at it. He didn't like the fact that I was still had the higher ground. And he gets it in his idea to challenge me to boxing. Calls me up and challenges me to boxing. I'm like, oh, wow.
Just randomly?
Yeah, just randomly. You know what I'm saying? Calling me up, bullshitting around and FaceTime me. He's like, oh, boxing, let's do that. In a sly move, thinking that he's got a master plan. I'm like, all right. I'm like, I see this fat fuck. I'm like, I think if I can't do this, then what am I worth out here? So, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, all right, I'll do it. And we go on, and I promote it, and I get going, and then he fucking backs out. I'm like, bro, that's not my style. I want to follow through on this bullshit fucking thing because I don't want to say I'm doing something and then I'm not going to do it.
You know, it's a funny turn of events because when Nico was here, when was it? It was in the summer. It was a while ago anyway, and he was talking about the fight, and he was making it as if you weren't interested in it.
He was saying,
I'm going to make sure that
that's his game. He's opposites.
Like, there's going to be like some consequences if he pulls out. We're going to get contracts.
Yeah.
And then
he said you weren't fighting at all.
You didn't fancy it. And then Nico, he was like putting in serious training. He had a good team around him.
Yeah.
He'd been training with Paddy Barnes, who's an Irish boxing legend, and Ryan Burnett, another Irish boxing legend.
Right.
And he'd been saying about, they've been putting him through his paces. So I was going, fuck, Nico's taking this serious. And I went on your Instagram to see if you were taking it serious, but you hadn't mentioned anything about fighting. You were just hustling. And then obviously it's
I was waiting for the date of the fight. I was waiting for this, and I'm like, when is this shit? And I gave him time. I knew the fight was gonna go down no matter what, or he was gonna be disgraced. Because I'm gonna show up to Belfast. That's why the fuck I'm here. I'm not gonna sit here and go this and that and yap my mouth. I'm gonna get on a fucking plane. I'm gonna land in Dublin. I'm going to announce that I'm here. I'm going to take the fucking car ride to Belfast. And I'm going to press him to the fucking fight. Or else I'm going to take this piece of shit pendant and throw it in the fucking crowd, or somewhere. And the story with this pendant. This fucking guy, he's a real manipulator, this guy, Nico. He likes to play these games, and he met me at the airport like he's my friend. Let's go do charity. He's constantly scheming, bro. He's constantly scheming.
You need to keep up to date with the social media.
You know what? I actually did see that. And that makes me believe that he's worried. He's worried about it.
Yeah.
He's trying to make friends.
Yeah. I don't want to be friends, Nico, bro.
Are you nervous about it?
I'm not nervous about a goddamn thing, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Have you been training?
I've been training, bro. I trained enough. I sparred a little bit. I can land my hits. I can move around, bro. I don't need to.
And you're Azerbaijan.
You've
got a natural...
born in it.
My left arm is sprained a little bit, but it's okay. It's okay. I'll fight through it. You know what I'm saying?
Are you lefty or righty?
I'm a righty. You know what I'm saying? My jab is a little bit depleted, but that's going to do him a favor. Anyway, so the thing is, he ordered this piece slyly. I made it. No deposit, no nothing. He's in New York. I take him out to fucking a lunch at a nice place. I'm like, yo, Nico, here it is. He gives it back to me. He's like, yo, put my name on the back. I'm like, all right. We put his name on the back, and he disappears, doesn't pick up the phone call. So he made me make this. And never paid for it. Now, he thought he was playing a game. So then I nailed his ass on this shit, on social media again. He begs me to take the video down. I'm like, I don't want to hurt your business, Nico. I'm going to take the video down. He pays for it. And now he wants to play like every game he plays into my hands. I don't know what this guy's doing, man.
Are you at liberty to say how much or what the price range is?
Yeah. I mean, this is like, 10 grand around there.
Fuck.
Fair enough.
So it's a very nice piece. And
why is he not picking it up?
His whole fucking point, he's not picking up to call me. He doesn't want it. He wants to call me and say that I never gave it to him. He wants to call me a crook. Motherfucker, I'm in Belfast with your pendant. You know what I'm saying? I'm fucking delivering this shit, bro. I'm fucking bringing it, bro. And by the time you're watching this...
You can pick it up from here. We'll look after it.
Yeah, exactly. No, I'm delivering this shit one way or another. I mean, if he didn't fight me, I'd say, yo... I came here to fight this fucker and deliver this pendant. And if he's not at the gym tomorrow at 8 p.m. that Paddy Bronze is fucking doing, I'm going to toss it in the crowd, whoever shows up there.
Do you think there's a chance he mightn't show up?
Yeah, there might be a chance. That's why we got to sit here and I got to put more pressure today or something like that. Or tomorrow, especially in the morning. Paddy Bronze confirmed that he's just setting it up for tomorrow for the gym, and so on and so forth. Let me just see any messages from Nico real quick.
Yeah, go ahead. While you're getting up there to see, is there any chance that
Nico mentioned tomorrow down? Belfast, 8 p.m. Yeah, he mentioned it in his stories. He's like, you in Belfast, motherfucker. I'm going to put it up right now. Yo, Nico, I'm right here, bro. Your pendant is here. I'm with the fucking boys, bro. You were telling them a tall tale. Yo, bro, tomorrow, 8 p.m., the delivery, straight to your forehead, motherfucker.
Is there any chance that we can come down and
watch this?
record the fight.
Yeah, absolutely. Be my guest.
Right.
You're my guest.
8 p.m. tomorrow.
Yes.
Right, we're in.
This is actually the time. This is out tomorrow.
Good.
8 p.m. It's going to be at the same time.
Yes. Good.
Be commentators on the fight.
Oh,
We could be commentators, who knows?
commentators.
We're both
Yeah, that would be
boxers as well.
fantastic. You
He's
judge
a
the
boxer,
shit,
boxer.
you know. You'll see how I do.
Yeah.
I mean, you'll tell, listen, I don't want to make it a formal thing. I just want to sit here, spar with the bastard, 3 rounds, 2 minutes each. It's fucking nothing. We don't, he's a smoker.
No, listen,
Yeah.
3 2-minute sounds like nothing.
I know, but
it's a lifetime.
It's a lifetime in the ring, but it's survivable. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I did 3 3-minute rounds.
Okay, so you're ready.
You know what I'm saying? So by the end of that third round, I was dying. So 3 2-minute rounds, you know what I'm saying, with shorter rounds, with more of a break in between. It's fucking doable, bro.
What glove size are we talking?
I'm thinking 12 ounces.
That's
Headgear or no headgear?
No headgear.
Oh,
Getting into
Saturday
that.
dummies.
Yeah.
Pride and pain is
Tell me, is Nico said that when he aches out the watches, that devalues them?
Yes.
Is that true?
It's true. It is true. It devalues it. I mean, it lowers the marketplace to the people who want to buy it. So if you're taking a limited edition watch and you're drilling holes in it right now, the marketplace, people want their watches in mint condition. You know what I'm saying? And that is true. But again, if you have money and you want to ice out the fucking watch, what's the big fucking deal, bro? You know
I see your watch's AC sitting there blinging.
Yeah, it's all right. I mean, it represents my business. It's a nice everyday piece for me. It's nothing crazy. It's a little rolly. That's it.
Well, why does he hate iced out so much?
He hates ice because that's his business. He's not in the iced out business, so he uses it. Again, Nico's a manipulator. He's a user. If he was in the iced out business, he would sing a different tune.
Yeah.
You understand?
100%.
But he's in the tune of factory this, factory that. I heard him. If you want to be a baller, you buy factory. I remember that.
He's been practicing that. He's practicing that.
I'm like, oh, come on, bro. Let people do whatever the fuck they want.
Yeah. I seen you got a big chain for Buster Rhymes.
Yeah,
Buster
that
Rhymes
was-
is one of my favorite rappers.
Yes.
So what was it like meeting Buster? Was he sound or was he one of the guys that you were
Listen, he's been a celebrity for a very long time.
Yeah.
Since the early 90s. He's seen it all, done it all. But for that being considered, he's very down to earth on that end. So and he was a pleasure to work with and make that chain. But, this guy is everywhere, flying around the world. I mean, God knows the type of life he's lived and what he's seen over the course of that time. Even like one time he was going down to Miami and they were inviting him to the W Hotel. He's like, I need my room at the Fontainebleau. So long story short, he had 2 rooms. One at the one at the W Hotel and one at the Fontainebleau. You know what I'm saying?
Do you ever feel like your life's, because you are getting to be bigger and bigger every year?
Yeah, sure.
Do you feel like your life's spiraling into those kind of realms?
A little bit. You know what I'm saying?
You're gonna
You're
be even
very
bigger after
recognizable.
this, Trax.
Huh?
You're gonna be even bigger after people see you on this show.
Yes.
You're gonna just catapult. You're gonna be A-lister.
Yes.
Double A.
Well, I mean, little by little, everything counts, and everything, sandwiches out to be something. But and that's good. It's good for business. Otherwise, it doesn't really mean anything.
Does it ever annoy you, but that everyone knows your face? Like,
Yeah.
Like if I went over to I'm going to New York in February. If I went over to New York and seen you in the street, I'd be like, fuck, I know that guy. And I'd come over wanting a picture. And
That's good. I mean, you know what I'm saying? It's what they know you for.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If they know you for being a clown, if they know you for doing something stupid, it might not be the best thing, or doing a bunch of other ridiculous shit. But if they know you for giving out silver and giving out gold and educating people about gold and silver, it's not the worst thing in the world.
Oh,
You know what I'm
that's
saying?
good,
People
yeah.
appreciate you, and that's it.
Yeah.
Is there any jobs that, obviously you're a jeweler now and you've done acting and stuff, is there any jobs that you're looking for in the future to do? Like a different kind of role and getting out of jewelry, or do you want to stay in jewelry?
No, I don't want to stay, or I don't want to go either. I'm just a businessman in all reality. I'm trying to develop my business, accumulate capital from the jewelry industry. The marketplace is $1 billion a month. I'm selling $3.5 million a month. So I'm at a 1/3%. Okay,
That's
So
Still crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good. It's a good figure, and it pays the bills. It gives me freedom to to drop my shit and come out here. And it's all about not only how you make money, but if you not only about how much money you make, but how you make it. So it's better to make a decent amount of money easily than a lot of money with going through fucking hell.
Fucking right.
You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people choose a career. They want to be lawyers, or they want to be this, or they want to be that. And those fucking careers, yeah, you'll make a lot of money, but they'll fucking take a pound of flesh.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's your whole life, just isn't it?
So for me, I just want to establish a business that accumulates capital, delivers me capital every month, and gives me freedom to do whatever I want. Because I lost a lot of time in my life fucking dealing with working 12 hours a day, 6 days a week, not even having time for water. You know what I'm saying?
What other jobs? Have you had other jobs?
Not really. Since I was 18, I was doing the jewelry business.
That's
the only other job I had
yeah.
was on Uncut Gems. And before that, I was working in a supermarket.
Really?
Washing dishes and shit.
I used to wash dishes. I used to be my job.
What a shitty job that was, bro. Shit, bro.
Do you have any children?
No, man.
So you haven't got anyone to pick up the
throne.
Not yet.
The throne?
No, not yet. I'll work that out.
I'll
splash inside of it.
Oh, fuck's sake.
What about do you have siblings?
I have a sister, yeah, with 4 kids.
Does she work in the
No, she is. She's got 4 kids. She's got take care of her family. Her husband's a lawyer, and in the accounting law field or something.
So it's just you, nobody.
Me and a bunch of strangers in the fucking that I hire in the jewelry business, touching my jewelry and moving it around and shit, gives me a lot of anxiety, man.
The Uncut Gems film gave me a lot of anxiety just watching it.
Yeah.
So that's your life.
Yeah. No, the jewelry business is anxiety ridden.
Did you ever get fucked over in the jewelry business?
Oh man, I mean, for a lot of money, man.
Really?
For millions, really. Learning lessons. Trusting people. That's what I learned. The nature of humanity. What they will do if they have the chance to do it, and if they'll, when they have the chance. Right, no one's just gonna push you down a flight of steps. But if there's a dollar sign for doing it, and no one's looking, they'll kick you down a fucking flight, bro. So people got me for money and the this and the friends and they, stealing and shit that I don't even want to remember, man.
Yeah.
See, let's get back to the Nico fight. After the Nico fight, are you gonna be friends with him or are you gonna still hate him?
I'm friends with him now. You know what I'm saying? It's not even that big of a deal. I don't hate the guy. And I always enjoyed his character and whatever else. And I'm eager to be friends with him and put this behind us. But I want to follow through on what we said.
You didn't give yourself a bunch. Like, say I'm fighting in America. I'll want to be over there 2 or 3 weeks.
Right.
Get rid of the jet lag. Get
But you're a professional fighter, perhaps. You know what I'm saying? I'm fighting Nico. You got to remember that. The guy gets out at the fucking airport, meets me at the airport. He's like, I'm going to have a smoke. And then he fucking goes to go have a cigarette. I'm like, yo, bro, at least I quit smoking weed for a week. You know what I'm saying? So it's going to be that type of, I'm going to give him a break. You know what I'm saying?
And then you're flying home the day after.
The day after, yeah.
You know what? That's what I like.
We have
about
a fight.
Trax.
Yes.
Business.
No
He's
business.
in
All business.
one day before fights, flying out the next day.
Yeah, it's I got the holiday season, all the shit going down back at work.
Well.
Yeah, it's Christmas time and shit. So, you know what I'm saying? I want to get back to work, handle what I got to handle, see my family, do shit.
Is this the first jewelry beef that you've been involved in?
I mean, it's a beef every day over there. You know what I'm saying?
Are you
I mean, there's
beefing
been a
with
lot,
other
but they're
jewelers,
never, huh?
Are you beefing with other jewelers?
There's been situations when people thought I was a target, and then I had to reverse the script on them. You know what I'm saying? Turn around and handle that. But usually it's like a verbal situation. But this time, he challenged me to boxing, and I agreed.
Yeah.
Do you know what? I'd say
And walking
instantly
and talking. I had to respect it, checks. You walk it and you talk it.
Yeah.
It's fucking...
I got to do it, bro. I got to do it. It's the only way.
Whereabouts in New York are you from?
I'm from Queens.
Queens?
Yeah.
Queens.
Still in there.
Yeah, so...
Do you still live there, huh?
Yeah.
Never moving it.
Yeah, I just felt comfortable over there, and I'm just falling back. I know the neighborhood; it's quiet, and I'm just kind of meditating there until I have my shit the way I want it. You know what I'm saying? There's one of the mistakes I made as a kid was as soon as I started making money, I moved out when I was 18.
Yeah.
When instead of just spending that year, I could have just reinvested into my business. I was so eager to get out of there. But if I really wanted to get out of there, I would have stayed. You understand?
Yeah.
So that's what I'm doing now. If I want to get out of Queens, I'm going to stay in Queens. You know what I'm saying? If I really want to get out the right way. So right now it's all about the paper, bro.
Tell you what, Trax are dropping gems.
You know,
they're dropping knowledge gems as well as friggin'.
Well, that's my passion.
What kind of what would you say to people, young entrepreneurs trying to get into the game? What would be your advice for them?
I would say, the number one thing is a lot of advice, man. But the number one thing is whatever you're getting, jewelry, not the battle is within. The world is waiting for you, and there's a plenty of moves you could make to get the checkmate. But you got to battle yourself within. You got to be the right person to make the right choices. Like everything. When I look back, and what stopped me from living a life better than 99.9999999% of the people who ever lived was a couple of strategic mistakes. Being too eager to move out, or being doubtful of what the fuck needs to be done, or not putting reason and logic first, and having different fears and things like that. Those fucking things held me back and handicapped me for a very long way. So if you're any person, there's another way I explain it. Right, the devil is in the world. And what does the devil want, right? If you're a young person, he wants you to waste your time because time is what you have. You got rich people. You got Warren Buffett, one of the richest people in the world, $100 billion. He'd give you all $100 billion for a couple of years of your life right now. So when you think about it, like if you're a young person, you're rich. You're really richer than Warren Buffett because you've got the time. So, the devil wants you to waste your time, to make those mistakes so you get chewed up and spit out when you're 40 before you could make those changes, and by then it's too late. That's what the devil wants. You got to beat the devil. And who is the devil? The devil is you. The devil is in you. You know what I'm saying? And you got to beat the devil, bro.
Jackson here preaching.
Yeah.
Hallelujah.
Well, that's just the reality of it, bro. Yeah. I mean, that's just the reality of it. You know what I'm saying? If you ask a question, what is really the answer? The answer is you got to beat that weakness and all of that doubt and all of that thing that's holding you back from fulfilling yourself as a productive person in this world to make the world a better place.
How did you beat it?
A long fight, and I still didn't really beat it. I'm coming out with bruises and scars psychologically, with bad habits at 37 years old. You know what I'm saying? And still trying to fight through it and catch up to where I could have, should have, whatever. So, but I beat it by really wanting to be that person, and when I wasn't, I had to kind of conform. You know what I'm saying? I had to fit myself through that peg, through that slot. So
during your journey, did you have a lot of setbacks, or was it kind of
infinite amount of setbacks? I mean, listen, there was a time that I was $2 million in debt. And I was paying...
What? What'd you just say?
$2 million in debt, and I was paying 15 or 20% interest on like $200,000 loans for 6 months. So I'd borrow $200, pay back $250 in 6 months.
Fuck's sake.
That's crazy.
You know what I'm saying? And then I'd have
stress if I would kill me alone. I
would
have thought of it.
Yeah, and I did that like 4 times. Fuck. So there's a very $200... I paid back in the principal of the $200 in just interest over, you know what I'm saying, in a year. To pay back $200. Wild people, and you know what I'm saying, like I didn't know where the money was going. Turns out an employee was stealing like crazy, straight into my face. You know what I'm saying?
What did you do? When you found out, just sack him?
Well, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I found out. I caught him on camera. And it was a whole thing, and you know what I'm saying? Then I had to deal with him afterward, the aftermath of that and shit like that. Somebody who was working with me for years, it's just
trust no one.
Hello?
Yeah, no, you got to have systems in place, and you can't give them an opportunity to do that. But there's some people that will lie to your face in such a way that's ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? Like when I realized that, I'm like, wow, some people don't have the same beliefs that I do. My beliefs are to be able to do the right thing and to live a productive life. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to come into this world and just damage it to have something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I want to give, and then I want to take. And this fucking asshole, did me in and didn't have that belief. He don't have a problem pushing you down a flight of steps for some fucking money for himself, even though he's your employee or whatever.
I seen a video today, I seen it when I was researching you more. You sometimes lose some followers because of like the Islamic jewelry that you sell or your religion.
Yes.
What's that about? Web?
Yeah, I mean, listen, anybody who doesn't want to follow for one reason or another can go fuck right off. You know? Yeah, you know, like, I'm not even with that. I mean, I really am, you know, sometimes people see me as a Jewish person. Sometimes people see me as a Muslim person. It's fine either way. You know, even my father says there's one God, there's multiple ways to get to him. That's the way he looked at it. And, you know, if you study the religions, you really find something completely different from what the masses even know anyway.
You said you studied all religions, really?
Yes.
So,
yeah, Christianity, Judaism, and Islam. And, you know, you listen to the Quran being recited and some of the verses there that are mind-boggling. You have an understanding of, you know, the Pentateuch and the Torah, and then their interpretations by Jesus and so on and so forth, and how it all interplays and ties in and its guidance. And it's a very, very beautiful thing. But then when you look out and you see into the world what's going on, it's a one thing or another. But, you know, like sometimes you'll see Jewish people and they're like, I thought he was Muslim. You know what I'm saying? And I'll see that and I'll be like, wow, you know, what a disgraceful thing to say. What if I was? What if I am? You know, what does that mean? You know, and then I'll be with the rabbi and I'll wrap the tefillin and so on and so forth. And I'll see a comment like that. And it's like, you know, I'll have a surprise for you. Judaism or none of these religions, not about, oh, I'm this and you're that. You know what I'm saying? It's not Crips and Bloods, bro. You know what I'm saying? Where you're like, oh, you're wearing the red flag. I got the blue one. I guess I'm supposed to fight you now. Fucking retards. You know what I'm saying? Excuse my language.
You're in the wrong city to say
that. Sorry.
Our city's very like
religions fighting Catholics and Protestants.
Yeah.
They're right about a friggin' wall, but you're right, it is so stupid
because silly.
It's the same.
It goes against the principles
sects.
of the religion themselves, man. It goes against the principles of the religion, you know? Like, a lot of people can't quote the Bible or can't name a verse, but they pretend to be religious.
Yeah.
So that's neither here nor there, but those people that say that, you know, that it's bothersome. It's bothersome. I like to be inclusive. I'm grateful to God that I have a multi-ethnic background. That gives me a perspective of the world rather than being in a bubble and thinking that I'm this.
Yeah.
Have you ever went back to Azerbaijan? No.
Yeah, I've been there in 2012.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Do you like it?
Yeah, I mean, I have a lot of family there. It's a warm place, but again, you know, I set myself up to pursue capital.
Yeah.
And that's not a place you could really do that well.
Is that just,
but there is money in Azerbaijan now. Like it's like starting to build up, and
they have oil money.
Like, the first European Games.
And what does that do for anybody?
And it was so grand, like a big spectacle. And
yeah, there's oil money, and it's not being used properly.
Like when I went to Azerbaijan, I went on a few occasions, and it was run down. But when you go away on boxing trips, it's they usually go to the poorer districts. But when I got there, it was like so like back, like so far behind.
Yes.
Even like. It must be like two different worlds between New York and Azerbaijan.
Yeah.
And then it's slowly each year like getting better and better. Yeah. And then I wasn't at the European Games, but when I saw it on TV, it was like completely different from what I experienced when I was in Azerbaijan.
Right. Listen, they had the opportunity. They had oil. If you have oil, it's like an infinite money glitch.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's money pumping out the ground, but you have to invest the money. You know what I'm saying? And it's a primitive mentality in Azerbaijan. People out there have a primitive mentality. You know what I'm saying? They're thinking that the epitome of wealth is to be able to buy the most expensive Chanel bag and luxury goods. You know what I'm saying? They think that that's what it is. So you got to have Dior and you got to have luxury brands. You know, it's the basis of primitive mind. I'm going to get money, I'm going to go to the Gucci store. Yeah. I'm going to get money, I'm going to buy this. I'm going to get money, I'm going to get the Maybach truck that goes up and down. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to have the most expensive sneakers and the most expensive shit. And that's fine, you know what I'm saying? That's a great thing, but that's not the way you develop and build a society that brings capital. If you look at Singapore with no resources, no nothing, they were able to make a port city out of there and make it a hub for air travel. Then capital flows in, then reinvested, then everybody owns their own apartment. He developed the right property. There's a million ways to develop.
You should be the friggin' president of Azerbaijan.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Ideas.
Then that money would flow in the right direction, and everybody would feel it rising right away.
Obviously, you're gaining a lot of money nowadays. What would a man like you spend the money? You're not the flashiest person in the world. You have nice jewelry on and stuff, but you don't see you run about in Gucci and all that. And
So right now I'm investing in my business essentially. I'm not making the mistake that I made when I was a kid. When I was a kid, I bought a nice sports car. 21 before I had all my problems and I had all that. Now I don't give a fuck about nothing. Everything has to go into the business. I need to accrue a certain amount of inventory in watches. I wear my watch is 18 grand, but I got $1.5 million worth of watches in my showcase with Sky Dwellers and all gold, but I'm not going to put them on. I don't give a fuck about wearing them.
Yeah.
If I want to impress people, I'll impress them with charity or I'll impress them with knowledge.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And if I can't press them with those two things, then I'll just look like a dickhead. Period. Simple. You know what I'm saying? And other than that, I'm going to develop my business until it gives me the capital that I want. What I want out of my business is I want $1 million net profit per month.
Yep. Fuck.
That's good money for me. And then I'll buy the home. Then once that money's accumulating, then I'll buy the home that I want and so on and so forth.
Are you going to move out of New York when you...
I'll have my place in New York, and if I want to go somewhere else, I will. Yeah. But right now, the way I enjoy my money is I travel. I don't skimp out on that. Yeah, when I travel over here, I'll fly business class. I'll stay in a nice hotel, or I'll fly anywhere else.
I think that's what you want. Yeah. People just travel, doing luxury,
freedom.
Business class, nice hotels, going to wherever you want.
Right, rent a nice car. You know what I'm saying, so on and so forth.
Because traveling, friggin' economy is just the worst. And then when you get everyone experienced business class once, and it was the best and the worst thing that has ever happened, because when you go back to economy, it's like, fuck's sake,
can't leave.
if it's only a couple, I mean, you're a bigger guy, so it's even more annoying. But if it's only a couple of hours, it's one thing. But
but if you're traveling the long
7 hours are over, you want
you want to be able to lay down, have your little meal, listen to music, not worry about a fucking thing, just stretch out a little bit, and that's my thing. Then when I land, I want a nice car. I want to take my friends, go to a nice hotel, go around. I've been to Europe, been over there, went to Sierra Leone, Africa, went all over the place. Yeah.
Fuck.
You know what I'm saying? Spent a lot of money on travel over the course of the year, maybe $250,000 or something like that. Yeah.
Powerful.
So
that's what all I'd want to do is just do traveling.
Yeah.
Traveling's the thing.
No joke. I'm not even just saying this because you're here. I feel so inspired sitting listening to you. It's like, this guy is the motherfucking man, baby.
I appreciate that, man.
All the way you're living, that is the way
you want to live.
That is success, eh? Yeah. Freedom.
And you're not...
It's not nice cars, nice shoes.
You're humble as well. Yeah. You're not a fucking dick.
I've been humbled.
Even in your videos, you can tell you're humble.
I appreciate that. Now, I've been humbled by life, you know what I'm saying? And that was the biggest gift I ever got. Is to, you know what I'm saying, the way I call it, touching the bottom of the pool. You know what I'm saying? When you're in a pool in the deep end, and it feels like it's so deep, you don't know what the fuck's going on. But when you've been sunk to the very fucking bottom and held down there, you know where the bottom of the pool is. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So when you float to the top, you have a perspective of what the fuck it is to be cornered, to be this, to be that. And you realize, what the world is all about, man. It's some of the richest people, they'll never tell you that it's all bullshit.
Yeah.
And there's people out there, DJ Khaled and this and that. He's in the Prada store or the Chanel store. I want to buy the whole store. You know what I'm saying? All about that luxury shit, gluttonous and this and that. And I don't want to rag on the fucking guy, but come on, bro. You know what I'm saying? Have a heart. None of that shit does. It's really good when you really want it when you don't have it, but when you have it, it doesn't mean as much.
Yeah.
There's some things that are nice. Nice cars are fantastic, and all that travel and all that other shit. But if you eat at fucking top restaurants every day, you don't even taste the fucking food.
I said, when I started my boxing career, and the boxing career now, it's the same lifestyle. It's the different lifestyle. Like I can go to a nice restaurant, I can buy a nice bottle of wine, and back then I could buy a cheap bottle of wine and get a McDonald's or something like that. It's the same. You're having the same lifestyle, same experiences, but only you can afford a bit. But it's the same
money
fucking
just
thing.
Gives you the freedom.
It's the same thing. You're getting the same thing with or without money. Your happiness is from being happy.
Yeah.
Is what I'm trying to say.
The other thing is that it's all about the people in your life. if you don't have the right people in your life and you don't have true friends, it's hard to be happy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's what I found. Do you want to have those the people in your life and the good companionship? As you could be, drinking cheap liquor somewhere with your friends and having the fucking laughs of a lifetime, or you could be sitting there poo-pooing with the snootiest people, and you can't have any fucking fun.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because they're, like, and I've seen it. You know what I'm saying? I had this girlfriend that was super rich, and she had an allowance from her father, $200,000 a month she would spend. You know what I'm saying?
How do you even spend
an allowance?
Well, she spent it, and you go to her house. She's got a duplex in Manhattan, and she would have piles and pyramids of clothing, designer, Chanel jacket, 20 grand.
Hasn't worn them probably.
This, that. She wears it once, or she goes crazy. You know what I'm saying? She was out of her mind. And everybody's all about what you have, what you this, and it's like they'd sit there talking, they'd be subliminally, like nipping at each other, and I'm like, man, I can't have fun like this. You know what I'm saying? Constantly bullshitting around with somebody.
100%.
Yeah, it's not a lot of fun that way. But, the money's a lot of fun, but if you get to enjoy it with real people, So there's balances to the world. It's really what it comes down to.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? There's balances to the world. You got to know how to play it to make it right. Yeah. And if you have money, in the end, you're likely going to be with your family and your household if you really want to enjoy life. Yeah. That's the only thing you're going to have, because everyone else is whatever. Yeah.
We need to wrap us up here, so I'm going to ask you, what is your prediction for tomorrow night?
My prediction for tomorrow night is that Nico's going to be wheezing and puffing and gasping for fucking air as I'm fucking taunting him and landing jabs and popping off.
I'm excited.
And giving him and taking it easy on him.
Don't be taking it easy.
Yeah, it's all right. I'll take it a little bit easy. I'll take it easy on him.
I'm looking forward to it. And like you said, Trax, we're your guest now. We're going to come down and get some behind the scenes stuff on Patreon.
I need some people. I came here 10 toes down on my fucking own. I don't know anybody out here, or I didn't know anybody. I know people. I came out here, no bullshit. I don't need a fucking big crew or any of that other shit. I come down and I handle my shit.
Yeah. Yep. Well, thank you for coming on. You've been a great guest.
That was more like a sermon than a podcast.
Yeah, God bless, bro. Thank you.
I already drank mine, but
oh shit, that was fast.
But
make that delivery tomorrow night.
Everyone, thank you for tuning in, watching. Make sure to subscribe. Get the tickets for the live show, which is next week. It's nearly sold out, so be quick.
You don't want to be disappointed.
The Garrick Bar Legends, and also get on and buy the World Beater whiskey, which
limited edition.
Limited edition. Only
what do you think of it, Trax?
And if you want to be a baller, buy Factory.
That's all saying. Thank you.